Being honest is about being brave, and in many situations about being stupid, because the line between being brave and being stupid is blurred. We don't know where it is, right? We don't know where it is. So it's about being brave and stupid at the same time, if you want to be honest, because we're not supposed to be honest. We're not supposed to be honest. Nobody likes honesty. Nobody likes truth or whatever. Okay? Let me explain. Being honest, okay? Let's go 10,000 years ago. Let's travel back in time where we were living in tribes. If somebody immediately starts saying some truthful things against the leader or against the village or something, they're gonna get kicked out of the tribe. And if they get kicked out of the tribe, they cannot find another tribe. They're gonna die in the wilderness. They're gonna die for food. They're gonna be thirsty, and they're gonna need to deal with a lot of dangers from snakes, lions, wildlife. Like, you're dead. If that was me, I would be dead in like about 3 hours. That's about that. That's my best guess. Myself in the wilderness, I am not Bear Grylls. I'm not somebody that can survive in the wilderness. There's no way. I would just be like, you know what? Take me, the lion. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm not even gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. This is gonna be the easiest meal that you will ever get, right? That is me. So being honest is about being brave. Let's go with that quote. Not with the quote like being brave and stupid. Let's go with the honesty as being brave, because you gotta be brave to say some honest shit. Nobody's honest. Nobody's honest. And if sometimes you're honest, you're still gonna try and sugarcoat different things. You're not gonna say what you mean exactly. And usually, people, when they're angry or they're under the influence of alcohol, they are gonna say what they mean. Actually, they're gonna be very, very fucking honest, right? But honesty, it's not something that you want to follow all the time, because it's very dangerous. It is very dangerous. You already know that. If you're being honest to your boss, if you're being honest to your friends, if you're being honest to your family, it's just gonna hurt them a lot. Those people, it's gonna hurt them, and probably it's gonna hurt you more. People say, oh, I want you to be honest. Nobody likes you to be honest. Let's be real. People said to me, I want you to be honest. And then I was honest. And then I was like, why would you say something like that? And then I was like, I'm honest. You wanted me to be honest. You know, honesty is about being brave, and sometimes stupid. Most of the time stupid, because careful there, being honest. You cannot be speaking. Yeah, freedom of speech, all that, it's lovely, right? It is lovely, but in everyday situations, that freedom of speech is about society as a whole. But freedom of speech with your family, like, of course you're not gonna say some hurtful shit, right? Maybe your child comes up to you and says, look at the drawing that I made. You're gonna say, wow, it's so good. You're not gonna say, holy shit, that fucking sucks. Go get better at it. You know? Or your spouse comes to you with a fucking disgusting dress, and you're like, oh, it's a good dress. It's good. You're not gonna say, you look like a grandma. You know? So yeah, if you wanna be brave and stupid, go for it. Because that's who I want to be. When I realized this, I was like, you know what? I want to be different. I want to be different in society. And I'm going to say I'm going to be like, oh, you look like a grandma. Go get better at it. Because at the end of the day, maybe I'm doing them a favor, right? But yeah, most people, just so that you know, they're not going to be honest to you at all. They're not going to be honest ever. Because that means it's life-threatening. We still live psychologically 10,000 years ago. We still live in those tribes. The brains are the same brains. They have not evolved to fit this mold of new technology. So we're still living stuck 10,000, 20,000 years ago, even 100,000 years ago. We still have that monkey brain. So people are never going to be honest, no matter where you are. I think that old people are generally pretty honest because they are approaching death. They know it, and they're like, who cares? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna say that I don't like you. So old people in that sense inspire me a lot because they're like, I don't like you. I don't like you. You look like a grandma. Go get better at it. That's why, because they're like, oh, I lived my life. Who cares if my life is threatened by being honest? So yeah, being honest is about being brave and stupid.